we are humbled and honored to be with all you guys, and thanks so much for inviting us. So this, we really appreciate it. This is Steve Watts. Hey. My name's Nick Cosell. Sorry. And we're, like I said, we're a specialty subcontractor. Everything we learned about from Lean, we learned from Paul. That way, when he gives me a hard time, I can say, hey, you taught me everything I know. Quit screwing with me here. But I think a real important thing that Paul taught us, and we've been doing Lean about 2.5 years, right, Steve? And Greg, you were saying the Lean journey. We like to refer to it as the Lean crawl, because it doesn't seem like we're getting very far, very fast.
That one before, Nick. That's good.
Very fast, and I'm glad that we're talking about trying to share things that work, because if we were sharing things that didn't work, the 15-minute thing would never work, because we screw everything up.
I'm timing you.
So a key thing, because it's fun, we're really Paul. That's been a gem. We just try to make everything fun. It's super important. We're a specialty subcontractor, like you're saying. We do glass, precast, stone-on truss, interiors, everything on the exterior of commercial high-rise buildings is what we do, and we're from concept to completion. So, design, engineering, project management, fabrication, installation. We have union employees, non-union employees. We're located on the West Coast. We have multiple locations, so that's proven to be a challenge. So Dave, I'm interested in how you can spread Lean to multiple.
Oh, it's easy, dude.
Yeah. Maybe we get off the ground crawling and start walking. It would be really nice.
It'll be fine.
So I'm gonna Steve's kind of talk about how we got started after bugging the crap out of Paul and multiple tours.
Yeah, so our first visit up here, Paul really emphasized the teach and train your people part, right? But for us, we were kind of looking at that and going, well, we have job sites all over, we've got offices in different places, like how do we do this? So we started, and I think it's one of the lessons for us was like we started with the management team. So, Paul's got an ability to get everybody around a square every morning. We can't really do that, but we can get our teams together, and our cadence in our company is more weekly. Everything seems to sort of flow on a weekly basis. So we started with our management agenda, and so we built a basic agenda that would cover some of the critical things that we thought our management team needed to know in order for us to be able to then spread this out to the rest of the company. So this is kind of the beginning point for us where we started.
Yeah, I think there was a key thing that I think I think Paul may have said, you can't delegate Lean. And we spent
Top management cannot delegate Lean.
So how long did we spend learning just the management team before we actually went and tried to teach our people? It had to be close to a year.
Yes, exactly.
And so there were a number of different things that we did on here that I thought were really helped us, because we didn't know anything. We still don't know much. But
I think one of the key things for us was, we started reading the same books. We started having a Lean Learning segment in our management meetings. So we would do a chapter in a book, and then we have to write out an actual distinction for that, like something we found interesting and how it applied to our company and how it would, what value it would bring to the company. But I think getting the whole management team to see things from the same perspective, learn the same things together, read the same books, and have that same base is probably the number one thing we've done so far that worked really well to start the journey for us. So.
And then the improvements. Every senior manager does an improvement again with that cadence once a week, a before and after video, and we haven't missed a meeting in since we started. It's been well over 2 years.
Yeah.
And if you don't do a video, you owe 2 the next week. And I don't think anyone's ever gone beyond 3.
No,
the pressure becomes just way too much.
They find all sorts of crazy things to fix. Yeah.
You teach them batch work real quick, right?
And I think the weekly compliment was something we started to that's really taken off too. Is each of the senior managers they try to notice someone genuinely doing something special, something right, and send an email, written compliment, take the time to send the compliment so that the rest of the management team, if they see that person, in the hallways or whatever, can say, hey, that was really cool what you did. And couldn't really imagine where that would go, because we were starting to do that to recognize, and then now all of a sudden all of our people are sending compliments to each other, to
vendors,
customers, to vendors, and it was pretty fun to watch. Learning this was more about what we were talking about, the distinctions that you were mentioning, Steve.
Yeah, the different books.
Yeah, when we first started, we started reading. We said, look, share something from the book, and you could imagine that these are senior managers that come in. They're busy. They skim through that book. They pick a couple things, and like said, oh yeah, I like this part. And you go, I'm not thinking that they've read the book. So we started. You go, you do an excerpt out of the book. You write it verbatim, word for word, how you're going to apply it and what value it would add if you apply it. So it really turned out to be a cool thing. I've never gotten that much out of books before. It
really gets deep on the process for sure. So again, everything we know, we learned from Paul. So the second thing was we wanted to start spreading the training. So we built a curriculum around the 2-Second Lean book. We took 2 chapters at a time, and we made a weekly meeting for everybody in the company. People in the management group were the trainers. So after we kind of got our stuff together, we started going out with our teams. So we'd build these classes once a week, and we would go through the 2 chapters, maybe watch a couple videos, and kind of get everybody in the company understanding where we're going and what we're trying to do. And we based it on what Paul had in the book, because I think that's a great, simple way for people to see how clean and easy this can be to pick up and do. So.
Yeah, and learn to see waste, really. And that took, we have over 1,000 people, so it took us a year to get every single person. But that was our goal, is we want to get every single person through the 2-Second Lean training.
So what I hear more than anything else is just a very methodical way you approach this whole thing. There was nothing really shooting from the hip at all.
Yeah, it was definitely, we had to play with some different ideas that worked and didn't work, but definitely, the whole idea was to get everybody in the company to start understand what we're trying to do, because we just can't build on it unless everybody understands. So,
Okay.
and
It did create a common language. I mean, you hear all the, everyone understands, and we all talk the same language now. So that was a big step.
Yeah. And it's everybody. It's the girl at the front desk. It's the auto shop. It's everybody. So.
Yeah, union, non-union, every single person. That was the goal. It was a challenge just getting a list of everybody. That was, man, sheesh. And then towards the, I think towards the 5th or 6th class of the 2-Second Lean training, we started, our people started to learn to do improvements, and again on that weekly cadence.
Right.
And Paul, you were coming back from, I think, speaking.
Some trip somewhere.
I think at a Turner deal or something in Arizona.
Yeah.
He was flying back, and he stopped in, came by our place, and
But you wouldn't fly on my plane home with me. I remember that.
I'm not crazy. I was close, but not all of it. So Paul challenged one of our guys in the shop to make a video, before and after video. He says, hey, when you make an improvement this time, do a video. And that launched a whole new chapter that was super powerful. So couldn't recommend doing the videos.
So how many videos now today?
We're over 4,000 videos.
Okay, 2 years, 4,000 videos.
Yeah. Of small improvements.
I told you, this is it right here.
Can I ask you quantity and what's the impact of that? What do you use them for? How do you leverage them? What's the response?
We didn't want to we just wanted people to look for waste, try to eliminate it, and make an improvement, and feel empowered to do that all on their own. And and it changed the way everybody communicates in the company. Again, these other things happen that you don't expect to happen when you're trying to practice some method of lean. But
So in context, 2 years they've been doing it, 4,000 videos. I've been doing it for 15 years, 1,000 videos, all total, product videos and lean videos.
Yeah, we got a few more people, so the odds are a little better.
Give us the numbers on our
Very,
side for
very
sure.
impressive.
Yes, we just said there's no such thing as a bad video. Make it, improve something at home, improve, whatever.
And my favorite videos to watch are Nick's videos because he's always posting videos of all the improvements he's making, how he does processes from answering email to everything he does. President of the company, setting the example. This is the way it's supposed to be done. Period. End of subject. Right.
Like
here.
Paul says, and have fun. You said something several years ago. You're like, don't worry about looking like a goofball. Don't just
Steve Jobs, baby.
yeah,
Don't be afraid
just
to
do
be
it.
fooled.
So we took. That wasn't hard to do. So we took that to heart.
Then you saw me on your motorcycle. Then you really.
So, and everyone's doing videos, and everybody's communicating with, it's now if someone has a problem on a job site or a problem in the shop, they take a quick video, and before there wasn't this clarity, and just that visual just really makes a huge difference. So I think we had just a couple examples of videos of just little individual improvements.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I think the video is bringing the Gemba to you.
There you go.
Kept in this little tiny box, and every morning the guys need to move various vehicles out of the yard so that we can access the yard and the warehouse area. Yes, they're labeled, but as you can see, in no order whatsoever. Here's a nice little list that tells the user which vehicle is which number to which key, and that just has been totally unsuccessful. So stay tuned as we fix what bugs us today. Thank you. So what I decided to do was create more of a visual control for each vehicle and the keys associated with that vehicle. I took a picture of each vehicle. I identified which vehicle it was, the ID number, who drives it, and where it is to be stored. I am hoping that this ends our key drama. Thanks for watching and have a great day.
Joelle is incredible.
She is articulate, my
She's
God.
become like a lean zealot. She is crazy.
No
Crazy.
kidding.
So how do you present
Oh.
these videos to all the other employees?
We upload them to our YouTube channel, and then people, they go and watch them. They go and see them. We do another thing. Paul challenged us to do. He goes, "You need to do a email blast." Okay. So
Paul's got lots of ideas.
and he goes, I said, and I go and send it to everybody. He goes, "Okay." We go, "No problem. We can do that." He goes, "No, but you got to personalize it." He says, "You need to have a little message there, and it needs to say, 'Hi, Paul, did you,' with some engaging question." And I go, "Everybody's name? Different name for everybody in the company?" He goes, "Yeah, you can do that. There's no problem. The software, all that."
Let me ask
See you later. So,
Let me ask you this, Nick. You've got a guy up on a high rise putting a window in, and he doesn't have his safety lantern hooked. This guy's videoing everything, and you get it posted. Is that not a concern?
OSHA's not here, are they?
That's the point I'm trying to make.
No, we stress safety is number one.
Right.
But
But I'm sure in some of those 4,000 videos, you've seen something that said, "I wish that hadn't really been."
Absolutely.
And those
It's
are
actually helped us.
Yeah.
Something
There
that they're
you go,
doing in the
yeah.
video, and we're like, "Oh, whoa."
Can't do that.
Yeah. Okay, good idea. Yeah, that goes from public to private on the YouTube channel like right now. So,
That's a great
I
question.
never thought about
that's
the
a great
fact.
question.
I never thought about the fact that actually helps you get better.
Yeah, totally.
So most people be afraid of that completely, and I understand Ty's concern. I think the same thing, but that actually improves your game because now you have a clear way to respond to that.
like George's video showing us how to get here, he's driving down the freeway and he's filming himself. I said, "Who's steering?" But the carts, I don't know if in your trade, but I know, Dave, you know, in the field, the carts are a big deal.
Well, yeah.
For the guys, and you should
had
the
conversations.
things that these guys have done.
It's incredible.
Yeah, it's like hot rods. You know, they are figuring new ways constantly to make these carts, you know, bigger, better,
Yeah,
faster.
We have scissors lifts that could compete at big truck companies. You know.
But back to your question,
Flames on
too,
them
we
and everything.
shared them in the classes.
Do that.
You know, the class was like, you'd have maybe 10 people in the class. So the first thing you do in the class is you'd go through the videos that people made that week, so people could share each other's videos and see the videos that other people did, and maybe watch a few from the other classes too. So that's kind of the main way we distributed that out, so people could see them.
But every week, the whole company gets the videos, right, in the
Right.
email blast?
Yes.
Yeah, we pick a special one and then talk about it.
And I watch them every week. I get them. I'm on their email list. If you're not on their email list, you should get on it. They're incredible. I mean, they're over the top good.
Well, I don't know about that. But
We're about ready to see one right now that's really good.
Paul, is he gonna
Yeah,
personalize
you
the
should.
email for us?
Yeah.
Yeah, he will. No, you put your name in.
You already
put
gave
your name
the
in. It's
email
really
list,
cool.
Paul.
Yeah, your name it says,
Yeah,
hey
yeah,
Bob,
it'll say,
hey
yeah, it'll
JR,
be-
this is what's going on.
we figured out how to do that.
I mean, just watch
a
them and
while.
you'll figure it all out. That's all I have to say. Just watch what they're doing, you'll figure it all out.
So I you know, that kind of brings us pretty close to today, and it really, I mean, that was a big culture building, you know, part, at least things that we feel were very helpful in building our culture. And we're kind of moving into kind of a new phase right now, and it's really trying to get some standards, because we have, you know, having as many people as we have, a lot of people doing the same process will all do it differently. I know that's hard to believe, but it's happening at our company. So trying to get that our major processes stabilized, you know, and kind of doing that through problem solving is kind of the tack that we're on right now. And Brad Schmidt from Mikado, who was one of the young men with Brad and John that
The original sensei.
with Paul. Paul was kind enough to hook us up, and Brad came in, took our leadership team again, taught us how to run, you know, Kaizen event, and because we wanted to run them ourselves, from you know, the senior leadership team. So we all learned how to run what we call these little mini Kaizens. So we're not doing. We still do some full week Kaizens with Brad, you know, kind of on specialty projects. But and we've only been doing those for not even a year. But then we're trying to take like real problems that are happening, you know, that just something comes up, it's a problem, it's a defect, and we say, hey, that's pretty important. That happens all the time. Let's get the team together, the stakeholders together, and let's use some of the TPS tools, you know, whether it be, you know, the SIPOC or which is really a great tool because it really helps everybody identify who the real customers are, which are a lot of times internal, and you know, process mapping and all that stuff to try to get these problems solved and get some sort of, and they always end up, the root cause is, well, this happened because we have no standard way of doing this thing. It just is done organically. So this is one we just recently completed. We thought, what a great way to touch everybody in the company with one of these mini Kaizens is to try to standardize our meetings. Being in multiple locations, lots of people, we have a lot of meetings, it's necessary, and there was so much waste in our meetings, it was crazy. So we go, let's standardize our meetings, that should be easy.
Never
And,
heard of that before. Never heard of that concept.
It was way more work than I could have ever imagined, but everything seems to be that way. So we created, like this is just an example. We said we're going to have a standard agenda for our meetings. I shared this with Dave because we were talking about it, and you go, oh, you got to send me that.
Yeah,
But-
because who
and
hasn't sat through a painful meeting, right?
So we did the standard agenda. We did. It's kind of has the instructions built right in the agenda. There's a bunch of training that has to happen with this because we've got to train everybody in the company how to do the agenda, how to properly book a meeting. So you're not booking meetings over meeting. We have different conference rooms. Those all need to be coordinated. You can all do that through Outlook, but everyone needs to be trained on it. Some people are better than others. I'm not so good at it. I need the training. So we created these what we're calling our Swiss, our standard work instruction sheets. So we're actually trying to get some standards, getting the steps, describing the order they go through things, and then we have links on the right that go to videos and go to the forms, go to the documents, just to try to make it simple. And this, I believe, is going to really kind of launch us into the next plateau. We've gotten about a half dozen of these in place now. All of these come with training, so everyone gets exposed. So we.
Nick, roll the tape.
Hit the button. So this is on the goofy thing again. So we're going out to train this, and we're big on telling people why we're doing something. Why are we standardizing the meetings? What better way to do it than with a video? So we made a video of why we're going to standardize our meetings. Good morning, Dennis.
Morning, Nick.
How are you today?
Good. How's your weekend?
Oh, fantastic. Yours?
Not too bad. So where is everybody? I thought this meeting started at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, so my meeting request said 9 o'clock.
Good morning, guys. Where's everybody? Where's Billy Bob and Peggy Sue?
I don't know. The meeting started at 9. Time to.
I don't know. Hey, where you guys at?
Morning.
Hey, Billy Bob.
Morning.
Hi, Peggy Sue.
Were you bringing the drawings?
No, I thought you were bringing them.
You were bringing them. No. Hello. Hey, what you doing? Huh, yeah, babe. I'm just getting ready to walk into a meeting. Well, no, I'm in a meeting, but it's okay.
Personal.
Can I call you in like 10 minutes? This guy. Do you guys think you guys could plug your, or is it wireless?
Yeah. And
Oh, I know how.
Start pulling cords out of here.
There's something like here,
Hold on, I
and you
got
hook it up here.
You need the blue wire. The blue one.
Where's the blue wire?
There's a red one, but no blue.
Let me answer your phone.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Okay.
I put the stuff on the computer, so I just gotta. Can I get my iPad? We had Siri. Siri, can we hook up iPad to our computer in our conference room?
Oh, Lord.
Hold on.
Oh.
No, she said no too. Yeah, that's what it's all about. I mean, we don't even need a script, so I'll come in squared away.
Morning, Ralph.
Hey, Sue, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Awesome. Thanks for bringing these drawings. I just wanted to have the hard copy in case someone wanted to look through them.
What?
To look at some of the documents that I sent out.
Yes. And I have the drawings also on a PDF.
Oh, so that link did work
Yeah.
that I sent out with
Yeah.
the agenda? Okay.
It's all linked up. Morning.
Good morning, Ralph.
Morning.
Billy,
Billy Bob, how you doing?
Hey.
Good, how are you?
Good. Glad you guys can take time out of your day to go through this. Awesome. Okay, everybody's here. I'm gonna go through the meeting etiquette real quick. Actually, everybody got a copy of the agenda?
And at the ground floor and W75 on floors 2.
Peggy Sue, Ralph, and myself.
Is I'll get those meeting notes from Pete, I'll type them out, and I'll send them back
off fantastic, meaning that was very clear what we had to do. That was on well-run meeting.
All right.
Best thing, back to work, guys.
To add some value to our customers.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna let this rubber band on the floor. We'll either pick it up, leave this room better than we found it. Ralph, you need help?
No,
cleaning
I
up
got
the
it.
room?
Nope, I got it. I'm good. Thank you.
Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby.
Sorry for the length of that. It was a pretty long video, but
That's great. Steve, no one. Awesome.